How you doing? So I was thinking about making a video why you want to have 7-star Galan, but I don't really have any good reasons why. If you know why, let me know in the comment section. But I saw a video of 7-star rank 4 Galan video. Like the title is A Force of Nature. Like what? Like, is this a joke? Is this a meme joke? I know April Fools just happened recently, but it's been 3 weeks, so it must be a joke video, sarcasm video. I don't know. But even as a 7-star rank 4, which most people won't have, like in a very long time, for a very long time, his burst damage will be only 450k. So why is it only like 450k, even as the 7-star rank 4? Let me just tell you why. Because of his ability. So when it comes to his abilities, it says right here, where does it say? The harvest lasts 14 seconds. When the harvest ends, Galan consumes all planetary mass to deal a burst of 585.7 direct damage for each planetary mass consumed. This damage scales with base attack only. So keep that in mind. It says this damage scales with base attack only, and it's only half on defense. So even worse, half on defense. So that is just so bad. That is just what makes his damage so bad. So how can we? So this video is really more of how to make Galen the best buff in MCOC. I would definitely argue best buff in MCOC, and we're gonna do a broken buff concept. So to make him the best buff, I think, or one of the best buff in MCOC, it's just so simple. How can we make Galen the best buff in MCOC? Okay, let's talk about that thing right here. His biggest problem, which is the harvest. So instead of the damage scales with base attack only, this should just be modified. It's as simple as that. Make it modified. You know how much better Galan will be if his damage was modified, especially like in incursion. He could arguably be the most important champion in incursion if his damage was modified. He's just not gonna be just an ability from pre-fight. Not only that, he could be the most important champion in the game, even more important than Heimdall. You know, not just for his free fight ability. He, dude, let's say if you had an access to a 7-star rank 4, you run damage mastery boost. He could be like damage could be up to like 1.5 million damage, which is good enough in most game modes in game. You know, I don't know why Kabam. For some reason, they want to keep the health pool small in MCOC. If you know why, let me know. But 1.5 million damage from a burst damage, or even health pool for some, in some cases, is good enough in MCOC. I don't know why. Like I said, because they had 3.3 million health pool when the highest rank was 4-star. Now you have 7-star rank 4s in the game, which is like 5 times the attack of a 4-star. So I don't know why they want to keep the health pool low in MCOC. But yeah, 1.5 million health burst damage, that's a lot. So I in most places in the MCOC, that's gonna be good enough. So that will make him, I would say, arguably the best buff in MCOC. All they did was make his burst damage modified. That means like in different nodes in the game where you get fury buffs, uh, increased attack for some reason, that's gonna help him so much in a lot of nodes in MCOC to increase his damage. Because with 450k burst damage, that's gonna be useless for most contents in the game, even as a 7-star rank 4. You know, but if you can extend to like 1.5 million damage or something like even a million damage burst damage, it's gonna be good for a lot of contents in the game. Now that's gonna make him arguably the best buff in MCOC with a simple buff like that. Now how can we make him broken? Broken buff concept. So Angela has this ability. Okay, so let's look at this. Look at the 7-star. Angela has this ability with Odin. So let's look at Odin because it's in the synergy kit. Cosmic, is this cosmic? No. Odin. So Odin has a synergy with Angela. So here, so when it comes to Thor and Hela, increase plus 5% buff duration for each fight the team has won. When it comes to Loki and Angela, it's increased plus 5% buff potency for each fight the team has won. It doesn't have to be as broken as Angela or Hela because this is infinite, by the way. And I've actually taken Hela plus 20 in 500 fights, so that's plus 2500% buff duration. When it comes to Angela, I've taken Angela past zone 100, which is like over 1500% buff potency. So it doesn't have to be broken like Hela or Angela, but you know, we could have a limit instead of without having limits. I say like about just 10 fights, you know, or plus 100% buff potency. So like I mentioned, it doesn't have to be as broken as Angela or Hela. So probably better would be Superior Iron Man. So where he is. I'm pretty sure he's a 7-star, no? Superior Iron Man is not a. Oh, I have him! Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I had him as a 7-star. So, Superior Iron Man has a synergy. So, let's take a look at it with Daredevil. So, for each fight the team has won, increase the attack rating per buff by 10% up to 100%. So, like I mentioned, it doesn't have to be as broken like Angela or Hela, you know, because it doesn't have a stack limit. So, let's just make it a limit of 100% buff potency. So, for each fight the team has won, win 10% increased by 10%. So, what else when it comes to Galan? So, let's look at Galan. I don't have him as a 7-star, of course. So let's take a look at it. When it comes to Incinerate, it is so weak. I do believe when it comes to Incinerate, it is modified, but even then, it is so weak. So I think when it comes to Incinerate, increase it by the potency by at least double. You know, so increase this potency from Incinerate from special to at least double to make him a broken buff concept, and give him a synergy, or not a synergy, but I would say, what do you call this? An ability. Nah, let's not put it in the synergy. Like, give him an ability like similar to Superior Iron Man, where he gains 10% increased buff potency for every time he wins a fight. Max stack of 10, so max stack of 100% buff potency. So there you go. That's how I would like to see Galan as the best and broken buff concept. You guys, any idea how to buff Galan? Let me know. Thank you.